everyone, this is Bootleg. Today I'm going to teach you a song called Christmas in the Trenches. It was by John McCutcheon. And I think it's first released on his album Winter Solstice in 1984. And Winter Solstice happens to be the day, the 22nd of December, so I think I'll do this lesson today. The song is a very powerful song, very moving song about World War I, and it's about peace. I don't have to talk to you too much about the song, let's just see how the song goes. It goes like this. My name is Francis Tolliver, I come from Liverpool. 2 years ago the war was waiting for me after school. To Belgium and to Flanders, to Germany to here, I fought for king and country I love so dear. It was Christmas in the trenches, with the frost so bitter down. The frozen fields of France were still, no Christmas songs were sung. Families back in England were toasting us that day, the brave and glorious kids so far away. The song goes like this. That's basically how the song goes. Let's see how the guitar is tuned. The guitar is tuned in drop D tuning, which means it's a standard tuning, but you tune the thickest string and sixth string, this up one full step, and it became from E to D, and the second string, and then the seventh string of this fret is the same note as the open string of this fret, which is D, A, D, G, B, E. It's a very simple tuning. You just have to tune only one string from a standard tuning. It's used very commonly in songs in key of D to have this very rich sound of the D chord, because you tune this string up from E to D, down from E to D, and you can have this, or plug all 6 strings for a D chord to make it a very rich chord, rich sounding chord. And the chords it uses are these ones: D and D, and the bass walk down the D over C sharp, B to A, the walk down from D, C sharp, B, A, and the G chord, and the bass move down, G over F sharp, and this E chord, E minor chord. And you do this tricky thing. This is you do this in this chord for the second line. This is the A7 chord, and then this is actually a G over B chord, and you slide it up. G over B chord is you only use these 2 strings, which is the second fret of the 5th string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You use these 2 strings to have this G over B chord, and slide it up to 2 frets. This is the A over C sharp chord. These 2 chords, and there are 2 more chords you use in this song, which is in the 6th line, I think. This chord is B minor and B minor over A. This is just you lift up your bar finger, this finger, which you bar the 2nd fret in the B minor, and it became the B minor over A. And that's all the chord the song uses. And then that's step by step how the song goes. It's like this. I'll play it slow. This is you plug all 6 strings of the D chord and do this. Do the bass move down, and you don't have to plug all the strings. All you can do, you can plug these 2 strings too. I recommend do this, and the G chord to the E minor chord. This is all the way down from D to E. This is for the first line and the third line and the seventh line. Are all just do this. And the second line is you use this to tricky thing. It is fifth string and this three string. This, you do this. Pluck these two strings, the fifth string and second string for the G over B and for the A over C sharp. And you do the D chord. Oh no, for the second line you do the G chord and the G chord and the G over F sharp, and you slide it down from F sharp. From F sharp, and you do the D chord. This is the second line, and for the fourth line, it's basically the same. But you don't do the G chord again. After you do the A over C sharp, you directly go to D. And directly go to D and you do this. This is the most signature lick in the song, and it goes like this. It goes like this. It's actually very simple. These are the strings you need to pluck. These are the sixth string, fourth string, first string with a pull off, second string, third string from the pull off. This is the lick. Sixth, fourth, first with a pull off, second, third with a pull off, and you do the A. You do the A for the fifth line, which is basically the same as the second line. Christmas in the Trenches were the Frost So Bitter Hound, the fifth line. And for the sixth line, you do this. This is the B minor and B minor over A, which I have showed before, and the G, and you can do this bass note, bass move, and you can choose not to do this, which is depends on you. It's up to you. And you do this. The Christmas songs were sung, and sung you do the A suspended 4, I think this is called, and the A. Sung you do this, and you can do this too. This is it's basically how the song goes, and the eighth line is the same as the fourth line, which is A and this trick and D. And after the last line of the verse, you do this lick. You do this lick again, but this time you add one note, which is the fourth string of the fourth fret of the fourth string, and you pluck this together with the open string 6, open sixth string. So that's the verse goes. And how to do the bridge, the guitar bridge. This is a pretty tricky thing. It's basically the D chord with some hammer-ons and pull-offs, and this is still, oh no. These two notes you still use the D bass, the open 6th string bass, and to this note, this is the 10th fret of the 1st string. You use the G as the bass note. This is a G chord, but it's too hard to do this, so instead you do the bass G note on the 3rd string, the open 3rd string, which goes like this. You do this two in the G chord, and you do these two chords. This is the same shape as the D chord, but 5 frets up. Same as the D minor chord, but 4 frets up. This is actually a D major 7 on the 5th fret, which is the D minor chord, but you pull up 4 frets, and this chord is actually a G chord over D, G over D chord, and you can do the same shape as the D chord, but up 5 frets, and that's you strum this chord and this chord, strum these two chords, and you do. This one. This is you pluck the 1st string and the 6th string together. This is the A lick, which you play at the end of the bridge. You pluck the 5th string and the 1st string together. Pull off this hammer on, and this is the D, back to the D chord, and you do this lick again. So that's basically how to play the song Christmas in the Trenches. I'm sorry for my bad English, and hope you understand. That's it. Goodbye.